The residents of this town vanished overnight without a trace. Watch till the end to find out what happened. The last part will shock you to the bones. They called it Elowen, a quiet town nestled between pine trees and whispers. On Monday morning, every soul vanished without a trace. No screams, no struggle, just silence and static. I arrived 3 days later. The air was thick, like something had sucked the life out of the place but left the skin intact. Rafael Mendez. They call me the Walker. I am a myth, a legend, a mysterious genius detective. I close unsolved crimes that others would rather classify as beyond normal. But to me, it's just my regular job. I've seen things that make nightmares blush. But this town? This felt like it was watching me. No bodies, no blood, just clothes laid out like people vanished mid-step. Phones buzzed with missed calls. From no one. The first clue wasn't in the silence. It was in the signal. Something was still talking, but it wasn't human.
We're still here. Help us. He's watching.
That was no recording. It was a call. The town hadn't died. It had been taken. If you've got theories already, drop them in the comments. Trust me, you'll want to keep track. They say towns have memories. Elowen remembered everything. It whispered in the wind, buzzed in wires, trembled in dust. I just had to listen.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places.
A town full of ghosts. But not the kind you run from. The kind that waits. Taken below. That meant tunnels. I needed blueprints. Every town has secrets. Elowen had catacombs. Forgotten by most. But not by whoever. Or whatever. Was collecting souls. A subterranean warren carved in the 1800s, built over indigenous burial grounds. Classic. Cursed ground. If something had pulled them underground, I had to follow, even if it meant not coming back. This wasn't just abduction. This was ritual. A town offered to something ancient, and still hungry. I was being watched. Not by men. By something. Older than guilt. The deeper I go, the darker it gets. Part 3 is coming. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. And tell me in the comments, what do you think Elowen was sacrificed to? You know the feeling when something breathes behind your neck, but nothing's there? Down here, that feeling had weight. They held services down here. For something that didn't live in daylight. The adults were taken as offerings. As for the children, they were survivors. Or bait.
We see. Walker. Leave now before it's too late.
I've seen this before. A sigil like this in New Mexico. Families wiped out, only the silence left. Same pattern. Same mark. Whatever took Elowen, it moves from town to town. A collector of souls. Time was running out. Whatever was holding them was waking up. They weren't possessed. They were linked, feeding it, holding the town in its sleep.
You shouldn't have come, Walker.
The town didn't disappear. It became something else, something alive. And now, it wanted me. One part left. And trust me, it's the part that changes everything. Don't miss the finale. Drop your theories below, and let's see who's paying attention. I've seen death wear many masks, but never one stitched from the faces of a town we all know. It wasn't the sheriff. It wasn't even human. It was a fragment of something older than names.
It hurts. Please.
Oh God. I'm super hungry. I'm right here. Help. Please.
Set us free. Burn it. End the heart.
I wasn't here to run. I came to end it. The sigil was old, dangerous. Took me 10 years to get it right. But tonight, it had one job. I woke up in daylight. For the first time in days. The town was back. Whole. Like it never left. But they'd remember. Even if they pretended not to. They'll call it a blackout. A gas leak. Group delusion. But I know what really happened. And so does it. It moved on. Looking for another town. Another offering. But I'll be there. I always am. That was just the beginning. The Walker's journey is far from over. Subscribe for the next case. Like, share, and drop a comment if you made it to the end. Tell me what you think the Walker will face next.